Well, welcome everyone to Steve Savant's Money, the name of the game. I'm your host, Steve Savant, syndicated financial columnist and money color commentator. On today's show, comprehensive and independent retirement planning. Part 5 in our series on retiring right with media personality and financial consultant, Alex Joyce. Welcome to the show, Alex.
Thank you, Steve.
Alex, tell me a little bit about your couple of books before we get into this last section.
Sure. You know, the first one was more of a manual. I've learned a lot since then. But it was, here's what life insurance is. Here's what index funds is. Here's what buy and hold looks like. It was just really an encyclopedia type of thing. This was over a decade ago. But the latest one that we just did, Rejoice in Your Retirement, Everything You Need to Know to Get Everything You Want. You can find that on Amazon, of course. You can contact us and we give them out. But it's more story based. It's educational. It's more about me. Right. It's more about the people that we help. It's more about the planning aspect of putting things together and why people need an advisor in this day and age.
Okay, but you took it a whole other step farther. I mean, getting an advisor, I believe this is not one of those do-it-yourself projects. You need an advisor to help you. I get that. But you have a full-service outfit. You went out of your way. You picked up a certified financial analyst, people who live in the mutual fund indexing area. That's their life.
Yeah.
You have an estate planner inside that deals with probate, that deals with estate planning. And even though people say, well, Steve, my unified credit isn't $12 million. Yeah, but your state may have state taxes that don't really shadow the federal law. So there's exposure. And then, of course, you have a CPA that does tax management. So let's walk through the first one. For full service, I get that, and it has to be there. Yeah. But also independent service.
It's true. That's true. We chose to be independent, and I think that brick and mortar, more like a Merrill Lynch, if you will, those shops are phenomenal, and I think that they do a great service, just like we do. But I think that we chose to be independent, using TD Ameritrade as our custodian, of course, but having the option not to. Steve, having the option to maybe be with a Pershing, or having the option to use a third-party money manager, and having other relationships with other organizations around the country just to be able to lean on their funds and provide that to our clients, as opposed to being just kind of a cookie-cutter one-stop shop. We have a plethora of things that we can look at and kind of design for the unique need for each individual client.
So you can go anywhere for anything.
You can go anywhere for anything.
So you have no restrictions.
None at all.
All right. And then the second thing I want to talk about, because I like independence and I like full service.
Sure.
So the first thing is, when it's one thing to have a good understanding of securities. I have that. But I'm not a CFA. I'm not a chartered financial analyst. Give me a little bit of difference there.
Neither am I. The fact is, because I'm not, and because it takes a very unique individual to go out and seek those designations. We hired a gentleman from New York, and he is, right? So he's accomplished that. He's also what's called an FRM, Financial Risk Management Designation, and a CAIS, Chartered Alternative Investment Analyst as well. So we wanted that, and we hired him to be what's called our investment strategist. Just like you'd find on Wall Street, we wanted to bring that to our clients. Because a lot of times when you walk into an advisory firm, or you walk into a very large office after waiting, they always reference the guy in the back, right? We've got somebody that does that in the back. What we wanted to do in our firm is we wanted to bring that guy from the back forward. So our clients have the ability to meet, see, talk to this individual at that level of sophistication, no matter if you're a small investor, if you're a large investor, if you're a sophisticated investor. We wanted to bring that forward and give our clients the ability to do so.
So this is all these guys do. I mean, this is focus.
This is focus.
Okay. The second one, and I the break I told you, I just went through this myself, the estate planning. Okay, Steve, you got to get your trust work in law. You got to get your defeat probate. Yeah. I have to partition my assets. I have to sit down. We're in a community property state here in Arizona. I had to go through this whole thing. I have to say even though I've been a planner for 35 years, I was reluctant, slow to get that, but finally I got on board. Sure. Once I got it done, I got it done. Yeah. How can we make this easier? I mean, you have a full-time estate planner in there. How can you make this easier?
Yeah, we can make it easier by doing just that, right? Because the thing is, what we don't want to do after accomplishing a rock-solid financial plan, and these our clients trusting us with their life's work, We don't want to say, you know what, you also need an estate plan. You need a power of attorney. You need a will. You probably need a trust. Go down the street and talk to Tom. He's my guy. Right. So we wanted to give our clients the ability to just have everything taken care of under one roof. And I think that from my perspective, it's probably been one of the best decisions we've ever made. We've got calls. We send out information because we want our clients to do it. We think it's a piece of the plan. We think it should be a portion of the portfolio. We want to have those documents in their file just in case, so we can execute those wishes upon anything happening, God forbid, prematurely. Right? Of course, they should have one in their safe. Maybe their children should have one. Maybe they have that conversation over Christmas by the fireplace, but their advisor should have one as well.
Well, I agree with that, and I finally got my act together and got it done, and no more postponing, no more procrastination.
Sure.
So in your office, they're going to be confronted with, hey, we need to do this. I like that. I think sometimes we need some hand-holding on that.
Yeah.
All right. Of course, my fave, CPA for tax. I believe, and if you've watched our show before, you know I'm into it. Tax management during retirement can free up 10, 15%, maybe even more with a CPA involved.
Yeah.
Talk about why taxes is such a big deal in retirement and why you have it in-house.
We want, like I said, full service. We want to do it in the office. We send out when it's tax time, which it is. We want to make sure that they know that they can come to our office, the same organization that they came in the first place, the same hand they shook the first day we met is the same place, the same practice, the same firm. That they can come do their estate planning and their taxes.
I think boomers like single shingle mentality.
They
You're
do.
coming to one place, gets it all done. I don't want to be going out to this guy and out to that guy. I kind of like that, and I think I'm typical boomer. I like the consolidation.
Yeah. I think that, as their advisor, as their advisory firm, if we're giving advice, we should know what's going on from a tax basis every single year because things change. Maybe perhaps that RMD that they just took bumped them up into a new tax bracket. So how can we organize a meeting with our CPA, not just to get their questions answered on how, but maybe we can avoid it, right? As opposed to not knowing by Joe Schmo down the street what's affecting their tax bracket or what's affecting their income now.
You're bringing up a huge issue here, and we could do a show on this.
I'm sure we could.
Taxes. We have people doing independent, non-correlated activity in their selling securities, taking income, and nobody's talking to each other. So I have my security guy over here. I have my tax guy over here. I have my annuity guy over here. I got my Social Security expert.
Sure.
And
That's
nobody's
an issue.
talking. And
That's
you're saying, no, we need to bring this all under one roof so that everybody's talking to each other so we're not making mistakes.
Correct.
And uncorrelated planning.
Right. I mean, how would it make them feel when they've got their CPA there, their estate planner there, their advisor there, and an investment strategist there, right there where they can have a meeting about what's going on with me, right? I did this. This is my life's work. How do we make it work? And how can we make sure that we have a plan that we can execute, not just for my generation, but for theirs as well?
I saw at the end of the year, I saw people selling off positions to try to take their losses against their gains, right? And I applaud tax harvesting. I'm there. But they could have taken some to match up to 2018 and then forwarded the next one to 2019.
True.
So somebody didn't tell them that, right?
Carry forward.
Then all of a sudden the tax guy goes, why did you do this?
Yeah.
And he goes, well, because my security guy said, so there's coordination. And this is what I like. I don't like non-correlated planning.
Sure.
I like full integrated correlated planning. And this is what you guys do. This is why I like this idea, your concept, and especially because your firm is so young. I want to say one other thing about youth here on the millennial issue.
Sure.
All my people that I have now recommended, I don't recommend anybody over 50 because my generation is not going to be there to help them out. So I'm moving down the line already because I'm going to be 80, 85, 90 years old, whatever, but in the future, and I can't have my people managing me because they'll be the same retiree guys as I am. So we're already moving down. See, and I think people are looking at this. They're looking at the next generation to take care of this. You're going to be around for everybody, even if they hit 100.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because my mentor in business, he's a little older than I am. He's 80, and he used to come and talk at some of my shows, and I really appreciate it. In fact, we did a radio show together for many years, retirement halftime show. And he would say over and over, he says, I'm a little older than most people listening, but don't hire a doctor older than you are.
I totally believe that.
Right.
And I think that's the next generation move down. So a lot of the seminars that I speak for other representatives, a lot of them are in their 40s, right? And I say, I won't be able to help you. My generation will be retired. It's time to start looking to the next generation and gaining trust. And part of that trust is I like the independence and I like that comprehensive planning idea. Those in concert together can really help you manage. I love taxes. I have to do my estate planning, reluctantly, but I got to do it.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I like people that are completely expertise and forte in securities. They live there, they eat it, drink it every day, 24 hours. I don't anymore. I can't.
Yeah.
But I have people that do.
That's what he
now,
does.
But before we leave, I just want to say, name the 2 titles of your book before we leave the segment.
Save money.
Save money.
Rejoice in your retirement.
Rejoice.
Rejoice, and that's REJOYCE.
Can I get this on Amazon.com?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure can.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to make sure we got that. I want to thank you for being on our show and
Thank you,
sharing
Steve.
all these ideas in our series on retiring right. And remember, before you move forward with any ideas on our show, always check with your tax consultant, legal counsel, or your financial advisor. You've been watching Steve Savant's Money, the name of the game.